Greetings, my fellow financial ninjas. I know it's been a long time since I made the last video, and boy, things have changed since the last time I uploaded one. I've been really busy with my work. The year started off with a bang. The whole January, February, March was fantastic. One of the best years for me. The economy overall was doing well. The job market was booming. The stock market was booming, and then suddenly this thing hit, and it's caused a havoc in not only in the United States but everywhere in the world. And things are completely different. I've been sitting at home pretty much the past couple months. I've got my COVID 19 beard going. So what I decided that since I have a lot more time on my hand, I'll start making some videos again. So here I am. So today I am going to talk about the effects of the pandemic on the economy, the U.S. economy, and the world economy. Um, yeah, so things have completely changed. I made a video about when the next recession is going to be, and I was pretty sure that it was not going to be in 2020, simply because the numbers just did not justify. And then suddenly we hit this wall of this epidemic, and things just went downhill real fast. And the economic repercussions have been so deep and vast that we are probably now looking at one of the worst recessions of our lifetimes, at least something that can be compared with the Great Recession. And one of the big things that I used to think was 2009 was called as the Great Recession, and rightly so, because it was so deep and so long. It was a systemic crisis, a banking crisis. And so I used to think that that was going to be the worst recession of our lifetime, but I guess I was wrong. And turns out that this thing is going to be even worse. And the reason is this is not an economic issue. This is a health issue. And unless there is some kind of a health-related solution, it's hard to imagine going life back to normal in some sense. So this is going to be something. This thing has hit United States and especially New York City really, really bad. New York City has a special place in my heart because I lived in the New York, New Jersey area right after graduation for a few months. And I used to frequently go to the city, and it is one of the most beautiful and dynamic cities in the world. And the images that we saw on TV were horrendous. As of today, there is over 1.2 million infections in U.S. and over 82,000 people have died. And it's really, really unfortunate. And it seems, based on what the medical professionals are saying, this is just the beginning, and we may have more death. And all by the time we hit August, that number could cross 150,000, and that's really heartbreaking. The effects on the economy have been pretty profound, and it's been in a very short period of time. I have not seen this kind of effects on the economy in any other previous recessions. For example, in 2009, which was supposedly a really deep recession, the number of job losses was 8.9 million, and that happened over a period of 16 months. Right now, in this cycle, we have already lost over 30 million in a span of 7 weeks. So that gives you an idea of how bad this thing has hit the economy. The real estate market has been affected differently in different places, but The overall direction is definitely down. Where I live in San Francisco Bay Area, the year started with a bang. It was supposed to be a white hot market. All the houses were getting 15, 20 offers. It was extremely competitive. The inventory was low, and so the market was booming, and that has now come to a pretty much a halt, especially in March, and then it kind of started thawing itself out in April and May. So houses are selling, especially the good ones that are priced correctly, still do get multiple offers, but not as many as they would normally have. And these are some of the most desirable parts of the San Francisco Bay Area. The houses that are not in great condition, or that have been priced in the pre-COVID-19 expectations, are the ones that are staying on the market. In other parts of the country, it's just complete devastation. One of the things why San Francisco Bay Area real estate market has not been affected is because a lot of the buyers are tech workers, and the tech industry has not been affected profoundly as of now. Companies like Google and Facebook and Apple, they haven't had any job reductions, at least not in meaningful numbers. So, and the people that really buy houses in the San Francisco Bay Area are mostly techies. So the housing market is still kind of held up okay. And the other aspect of that is the stock market also. Initially in March, the market just simply crashed 37% in like 3 weeks. That was one of the fastest crashes that we have ever seen since Great Depression, and it was scary. And then there was the March 20th bottom that was established, and the market has come up quite a bit after that. So part of the reason for that is obviously the actions that Fed and the government took, and the amount of money that has been pumped in is mind-boggling. As of now, there's almost $6 trillion that have been put in to the economy. To give you the idea of the scale, the entire GDP, the gross domestic product, which is everything in the economy when it is counted, 3 trillion is the total size of the entire population of India, which is 1.3 billion. So the GDP of India is 3 trillion, and we have already pumped in $6 trillion in the economy. And a lot of that has gone into the stock market, obviously. And the Fed has also said that they would do anything to put a backstop on it, and they've been buying corporate bonds. And in fact, I read just today in the news that they've started their ETF buying program of corporate bonds. So that has kind of put a floor on the stock market. Obviously, this is a temporary floor. We don't know what's going to happen. It all depends on how the disease behaves. Right now, the numbers seem to be kind of tapering off in some parts of the country, like in New York City. They're actually going down. California, where I live, is not affected as badly. But now that a lot of the parts in the country, including California, are starting to reopen, the expectation is that there is going to be a second wave. Now, how bad this second wave is what will determine how much losses further are there for the economy. So if the second wave doesn't turn out to be as bad as some people are imagining it to be, then the effects on the economy are not going to be that bad. But if the second wave turns out to be even worse than the previous one, oh, but I don't even want to think about this, then it will definitely be beat the Great Depression, because right now we are looking at about 25% unemployment rate, which is equivalent to the Great Depression. And if this second wave somehow comes as a worse than the previous one, I mean, all bets are off. So let's just keep our fingers crossed that this second wave is not as devastating as the first one, and we simply slowly come out of this. I can't wait to go back to some of my favorite restaurants and eat and interact with people and meet with family and friends. But it's going to be a changed world, and it's going to take some time before we go back to normal. All right, so that's it for now. I'll try to upload more videos from now. Talking about different strategies on investing in stocks and real estate and the economy in general. So stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.